As we approach the halfway mark of the 2015-16 season, we can look at how each of the conferences are shaping up on the way to the finals. Gippsland Women has its third ladder leader in 3 weeks as teams are facing tough opposition each and every round. Corumburra currently sit at the top, with Southern Pan and Churchill closely behind. Traralgon have lost 2 on the trot, which sees them tied with Warragul in the 4-5 range. Warragul have been the surprise story of this competition so far, as they have climbed up the ladder from 7th last season to fighting for a final spot and beating the reigning premiers last round. In Gippsland men, Warragul sit 2 games clear at the top of the ladder, undefeated. Churchill, Maffra and Moe round out the top 4. I recently caught up with Warragul's Jared Moss to discuss the early season record.
I think the biggest factor to our 6-0 start's probably been our preparation. Our fitness early on in the season is probably going to be maybe a little bit higher than other teams. Our coach Brad Kroll's done a really good job of getting everyone on the same page, and everyone understands their role, everyone understands our offensive and defensive sort of strategies, and that's probably been a big factor to us getting to a 6-0 start. Us being a bigger sort of a country association, each year it seems like we've got a new kid coming up, and so we're always having that injection of young talent coming in, and being able to kind of combine that with some experienced guys like Mike Santo, who's obviously a bit of a Gippsland basketball legend, and he's passing on a lot of his knowledge and a lot of his style to those kids, and they're coming into the games with a lot of confidence early on. Obviously we had that first game back, a sort of a grand final replay in round 1, but look, we really wouldn't be reading too much into that game. They were missing a number of players. We'd expect them to probably return at some point this season. So you can never discount Churchill. We faced Moe yesterday, but they were a little bit undermanned. They've got a number of really talented players and experienced players. So I'd expect them to be featuring pretty heavily towards the end of the season. And I think Western Port are going to be pretty strong too. They seem to be gelling pretty well as a group and playing pretty well. So I'd expect them to be fairly dangerous in the second half of the season.
In North East women, the top 3 of Bendigo, Wodonga and Shepparton have separated themselves from the pack, with a 3-game buffer between 3rd and the 4th placed Wangaratta Warriors. The Chuka have been busy in the first half of the season, having played 10 games and own a respectable 4-6 record. In the North East men, we have the top 4 clearly defined, with Bendigo, Wodonga and Seymour, all with only 1 defeat each, and Shepparton sitting in 4th with a 6-3 record. Southwest women looks like the top 3 are on their way to a final spot, leaving 3 teams to battle for the 4th position. Warrnambool, Colac and Stawell are all in contention with plenty of games still to play. In the Southwest men's competition, it looks very similar to 2014-15, as Mount Gambier, Warrnambool, Colac and Horsham currently hold the top 4 positions. Warrnambool and Horsham have played out 2 tightly contested games, and Warrnambool would consider themselves unlucky not to have a perfect record, along with the 6-0 Mount Gambier Lakers. There's plenty to play for as we approach the finals in 2016. Get down and support your town.